Welcome to Day's Great Adventure. I'm here by myself today. As most of you know, Greg and I are gate guarding in Louisiana right now, and he takes the night shift, so he is sleeping right now. But we wanted to share something with you, something new and exciting in our life. As many of you who follow us on our personal pages, as you know, Greg and I are on a health and wellness journey, and we are so excited about it. And on our page we share our life, our travels, our goods, our bads, our family, and this is just another piece of us and who we are and what we're doing, so we want to share that with you. A friend of ours on our team, actually on our program, did an interview with us last week, and he shared that with us and said do whatever you want with it. So I thought, I'm going to share this on our YouTube video, and we're kind of interrupting our regularly scheduled videos of our travel to Texas from Oregon. But we are excited to share this with you, and I just want to encourage you to sit back and enjoy, and I'll check in with you at the end.
So let's run away to faraway places, escape from this life we have known. Your eyes are new worlds to discover. Your heart is the place I call home. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hello guys, it's Harvey again. Welcome to our, I don't even know what number this is. I think number 4 on our interview. I am here today to introduce you guys to Greg and Shelly. Greg's not here right now. He had to jump up. He'll be right back. Greg and Shelly Day, they've been on program. Here's the cool thing about it. I've been on program officially 9 days. So I don't know what that comes out to be. So almost 4 months or something like that. They've been on program for 14 weeks and had some amazing changes. And I just love her enthusiasm on Facebook, and I've seen her talk and seen her post, and I went snooping and checked out their changes, and it's just amazing. So I want to welcome Greg and Shelly and have them just we'll converse back and forth, just hear her story. How has your journey? Shelly, welcome, first of all.
Thank you.
Let's just get down to it. Why this program? Why did you do this program? What do you know about this program?
We were just telling you, Harvey, that we are friends with James and Kimberly. We are all full-time RVs. There's Greg.
I'll be bopping in and out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We are full-time RV buddies, and we have a YouTube channel as well. And so that's kind of what brought us together. And anyway, we have been, watching them, and literally watch. James and Kimberly Rennick are our coaches, and they are such great people, and we watch them literally melt and shrink before our eyes. And
Right.
We were like, okay, one day we were like, okay, we got to call him. I messaged Kim and I said, what are you doing? And so she said, she gave me the spill, and she said, give us a call tonight. And so we did. And I tell you what, between watching them and hearing about this program, we were like, and we knew we needed to do something. Our mind was set already. We need to make some changes. And Greg will explain kind of his story a little bit. But we decided that night, we said, okay, we're in. Let's order. And because we do full-time RV and we're on the road, we ordered like 3 months, each of us. So it was a chunk of money. It was, I don't want to say that, but it was a huge investment, and it is.
Yeah.
But you're investing in your health and in yourself. And we knew that we needed to take that step and do that. And it has been the best decision besides marrying each other.
Ooh, barely pulled that one back,
But,
and she was going off. Like, you see her, she's leaning way out over the cliff.
But the best decision that we've made as a couple, I really believe, and besides having Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, in 14 short weeks, it has changed our life. Greg is down how many pounds?
47 now.
47 pounds, people, in 14 weeks. And I'm right at 30 pounds. And we are just thrilled. And we will never go back to eating all that junk that we ate and all that stuff that I can't believe that we ate for years and years. And
so why do you say that? I want to hit on that because I haven't yet. So you're saying all that stuff that we've eaten for years and years and years. What's happening there in your head on that?
In my head, I'm like, number one, it's not.
She loved Cheetos.
Oh, I could eat. I'm not kidding.
I mean, if we had 3 or 4 bags, it was like, no, I'm just kidding.
And not only could I eat a full bag, I would eat a full bag in an evening. And that's.
Oh, no, you'd leave like 2 or 3 on the bottom.
Yeah, but you know, and do it really mindlessly and not really realizing what it was doing besides putting weight on, but doing to my body. And it was such an eye opener and a light bulb that we can do this after seeing James and Kimberly, because James isn't a small guy. And Greg isn't a small guy. And I know, Harvey, you weren't a small guy. And if you guys can do it, anybody can do this. And knowing that watching them do this and just saying, you know what, I have hope that I can lose some weight too. And it's happening. It's just amazing.
I got 2 things there I want to say. Number one, because we're talking about great. First of all, 47 and 30, how close you are to him on that, because most of the times it's a little bit bigger gap.
Yeah.
And 14 weeks is absolutely amazing, guys. And I say that to you, Greg, knowing that all we got to do is stop eating and we just lose weight. Truthfully, that's what happens to most of us men. But Shelly, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I have to say, because we're talking about weight, I'm supposed to say the average person on this program and this company, and we don't even mention the name of the company because we don't have the rights to do that, only lose 12 pounds. But that to me says the average person quit. I wouldn't be asking you guys if you had already quit. We wouldn't be doing this. You're not average. I'm not average. We're looking to help people that aren't average and help people that think that they are, help them get over that hump. That's why I'm so excited that you guys also coach. One last thing. So it's 3 things. So I don't forget, what's the name of your YouTube page? We got to promote.
Days Great Adventure. Our last name is Day. So it's Days Great Adventure on YouTube.
We're on a great adventure.
We are.
Let's go right into that. So absolutely, the country is yours, and I'm sure you guys are all over the place. So that's like most of us when we go on. You live in vacation mindset. You live in it. I know you live in it. You got your fridge. You got all of that things, but that makes it easier to knock off that bag of Cheetos. How are you handling that? How are you handling the holidays for your first time on this program? What are some of your goods, your struggles? I just want to be wide open with it. How'd you get through Thanksgiving? So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I mean, for us to tag on what Shelly was talking about, to where we won't go back, is, you know, part of it is I didn't get this. I love good food, and I'm a good, chef.
Cook. Yeah.
So I made good food, and I ate a lot of good food. And unfortunately, I've eaten even a lot of not so good food. I didn't have seconds, maybe, but I ate it. No, but I ate more for just the pleasure of eating,
satisfying that palate.
And I think with this program, you learn, you eat to fuel your body. You know, and it retrains you and gets you to think about what we're putting in our bodies. And how our bodies are supposed to work, and really what the purpose of eating is about. And it takes time. I mean, we have ingrained for 56 years of my life now this bad habit of eating. So it takes time to kind of get that where you're not thinking about it. constantly or whatever. But I mean, it's just where you're determined to make changes in your life, and you need to want this no matter what you do in life. And so in essence, they say you can never get rid of a bad habit unless you replace it with a good habit. So in your mindset, you've got to kind of get yourself around, I have a bad habit of eating the wrong things, the wrong amounts, the wrong thought process of it. So I need to replace that with more positive, correct ways of eating and not dieting, but just fueling our bodies. So you need to replace that in your life to make it successful, or you just go back to what you're, maybe what you were. But this program has that. It helps you not just with the food, but I mean, it helps you kind of understand, the way you were, the way you need to be, how your body works. So it helps you retrain kind of your thinking, your way all these bad habits, and work yourself out of them.
Yep.
So then it gives you basically a way to get back into just regular eating, and understanding you don't want that bag of Cheetos, or you really want a couple of Cheetos, well, just have 3. That's what you need. I know, but I mean,
so I
think, well, I'm just saying, I mean, and that's one thing with this program it even talks about, like we didn't, because we're out here in the middle of nowhere right now, gate guarding. So, I mean, we weren't tempted by, although we had people come by offering us food all the time. But I mean, we're not even by the pumpkin pie and apple pie or what we see on TV all over. But the thing is, when we've talked to other coaches and so like that, people are on this program, they said, if you are at a party like that, have the turkey with, without the gravy, without whatever. But if there's something there you really like, you just love stuffing, and it's your grandma's stuff, and then have, and they say 3 bites, and that's your treat. And you have 3 bites of it. So you're not denying yourself that, but you're limiting, quote, the damage that you can do to your body on it by not just gorging yourself with this stuff, and then you feel awful or whatever. So, I mean, those are things little things you do, and you kind of retrain yourself that, no, it's not that I can't have those foods. I need to understand that I don't need them, and so therefore I can do without eating as much. I just want to taste it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, we survived just because just the 2 of us, and we don't have anything in the trailer that's bad. No. I mean, for me to cheat would be maybe to have a little extra veggies and maybe a little extra protein, in the meal. So, or have a pickle, and little mini pickles is what she buys. Right. But anyway, I mean, that's cheating for us at this point because we have nothing else to cheat with. So, but we don't want to. Yeah. But I'm just saying, so that's how we, I mean, we are committed. So, with that, I mean, it kind of goes back to where I started on this 2.5 years ago.
April of 2009.
We went back to Wenatchee, our home base.
Washington,
because we're going to have our first grandson. We had 2 granddaughters. Our first grandson is going to be born like in a couple weeks, so we went back there, and anyway, I came down. I thought I had bad allergies, and then we didn't know if I had COVID or whatever, but I did a phone deal with the doctor, and he told me to get my butt in that morning to his office.
With your doctor?
With my doctor.
Yeah, your home doctor.
And because he thought I had what it was called congestive
heart failure.
And she about fell off the couch because I had him on speakerphone. But anyway,
that came out of the blue, totally out of the blue for us.
But anyway, but I don't have that. I do have degenerative or whatever, heart failure with AFib. And then I was severely obese and, overweight, of course, and stuff like that. So at that time, they put me on, I couldn't even breathe. I mean, I had so much fluid in my lungs and fluid in my thing. I would lay down to go to sleep and I would drown. I mean, I literally was drowning. Just couldn't, so I had to sit upright to sleep. I couldn't go horizontal at all. But anyway, I'm still on. I'm up to like 8 meds. I'm still on. I mean, it's pretty serious with my heart and stuff like that. But last year we went back, and they tried 3 times over the summer with operations and everything else, trying to get my heart back in regular sinus rhythm. They never could. I have a couple of stents in my heart to help for blockage. You know, I've been through it. And then we left for a year, and we came back, and they attempted again in surgery to get my heart. Basically, they shock you, you know. But anyway, on the 3rd attempt, the doctor was he got me back in a sinus rhythm.
Nice.
You know, praise the Lord for that.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't happen. And then when it does, there's only like a 40-50% chance you stay for the first month. I've been in sinus rhythm now since May, 6 months, 7 months.
Yeah.
But so, you know, we really praise the Lord for that. But I told the doctors that a cardiologist's name is Dr. Love. I figured I saw that, and I was
Can't go wrong.
I got to go with her. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. I was picking a name, you know, out of our approved physicians. I said, I got to go with her. But anyway, I thanked her for her and Dr. Lynn is the ones that did all the work on me and stuff. And I said, I know I wouldn't be here without them. I mean, that first year I went from sitting out in a chair praying and just agonizing over where I was even going to make it to the birth of my grandson. To where that summer I was praying just to make it to his first birthday. Now my attitude is I want to be there for his wedding.
Right.
Or longer, but I want that for sure. And that's my why. But I told the doctor, I thanked her, and I actually hugged her, and she hugged me back. And she said, Greg, I just want you to know you are a blessing to us too, because we usually don't see this, you know. So it's good for us to see this, because we just don't see this, someone responding this well. And then I said, well, my goal is when I come back next year, I want to shock and awe you. You know, I know she was just like, yeah.
And we didn't have a plan then.
No, I didn't have a plan. I said, I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm going to do,
but you were looking.
I'm going to, you know, I had lost 20 pounds.
At that point.
At that point, for over a year is all, you know, and most of it was water, because they have me on, I'm on some major diuretics trying to help my heart process fluids. But anyway, so when I saw what James was doing, you know, and he was shrinking, but he wasn't shrinking vertically. You know what I mean?
He was up to 350 plus pounds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it scared. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I went into the cardiologist that first time, and with all the water on me, and that first time, I was 400 pounds.
Yeah.
I'd never been 400 pounds. I was 400 even, and I was like, it scared me to death.
Wow.
You know, and then so I was 380 when I started this, where I'm 333 this morning. You know, and my first goal is to get under 300 pounds. I haven't been under 300 pounds in over 30 years.
It's going to feel great, my friend.
You know, I'm excited. And you know, weight when I was married was 278. So that's my next goal. She won't get to her wedding weight. I don't know.
Anyway, 100 pounds. I don't think I can go there.
So that's my goal. But we all need to have goals. We all have our reasons why. But we really need to cling to those, and they need to do what our root is of why do you want this? Really, what's the focus? Because that way, when it comes back, when maybe you're not feeling good or the tough time, whatever it might happen in your life, you don't feel like it or whatever, you know, could happen. You need to remember your why. And I'm doing this not only for my wife, you know, but really those grandkids. You know, until you have grandkids, you don't understand. But so
that was my last question that I had here. You guys, you've hit on it both, and that why has to be, and you're hitting it so well, man. And I greatly appreciate you saying this. It's the most important, and I think sometimes that why can't be us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really do. I think because for me, I can consolidate things in my life. But like you said, your grandchildren, your new granddaughter, and the two of you, I love the way she looks at you. You know, you're doing it for her. And that's just people don't get it. That's why I'm doing this, because most people don't find exactly the reason why. Sure, you were scared into this. There's no doubt about it. You're taking all this medication, but you have a why and you have a dream. Again, I have to preface and say losing weight doesn't mean he's going to get healthy, guys. But I guarantee when that man gets under 300 pounds, the knees ain't going to hurt, the hips ain't going to hurt, the energy's going to be there, the excitement's going to be there. There's no way, you know. You see all these people carrying around these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, I had a video chat with my cardiologist just last month.
Week.
Or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, she was going through all my stats. I was giving her the blood pressures and readings and all that stuff I've been doing. And
you haven't seen her since we were back.
Yeah, I haven't seen her since July when we left. And she goes, okay, now what's your, what do you weigh? And I told her, and she goes, she's punching it in the computer, you see, and then she stops and she looks back at the camera and she goes, that's like 40 pounds. And I said, yep, yes, ma'am. And she goes, are you kidding me? You're down 40 pounds. What's going on? So then she starts asking all this stuff and questions. And we talked about the program. And she said, okay, yeah, I know. Just make sure you're, up on your water, even though you're taking diuretics, you still need, with your water program, and so, and that is another why. I mean, because I want to honor the doctors and their effort and their work they do. I think it's foolish and so selfish for these people where you have health problems like this, and these people devote, and it really does affect them. I mean, she was crying when she's talking, because she's so emotional about this, seeing, me, because she knew my story with my grandson and grandkid, all that stuff, but the way it affects them. And so if I wasn't going to give it that full effort,
do your part,
and do my part, shame on me, even just for her to honor what they've done. But, so that's a why too, but it's definitely the grandkids.
Oh yeah.
And being able to be ornery, and, I don't know about you, but we had when he turned 1 this last summer, his grandson's 1 year old. I couldn't catch this sucker. He'd go outside, he'd just take off. And I'm like, Shell, I'm going to have a heart attack. I mean, I couldn't catch him. Mm-hmm. And I said, this is stupid. Why live life like this?
You can.
Absolutely.
Summer.
I'm going to catch that sucker.
Shelly, as we're at 20 minutes. What's your why? I mean, I keep seeing you look at your why. It's easy to tell when you look up at them, but tell me about some things for you, your changes, how you feel, the excitement.
It's the grandkids as well. I want to get on the floor and play with them, and I want to do things with them. It's for myself as well. I got a paddle board this last summer, and I got out on it, and I actually got up on it once, barely. He got it on video.
You two are something else.
But I want to conquer that. And I have things that I want to do. And physically, I could not do them. And I used to joke around, and I put a Facebook post recently that I used to think I was really clumsy. I am clumsy, but I honestly believe it was because I was top heavy and I was overweight, and I just didn't have any core strength. Mm-hmm. And I just couldn't do physically the things that I want to do. Not that I'm going to be a mountain climber or anything, but this last week I had to run down 100 yards, walked fast, 100 yards back and forth like 3 times. And I came back here, and I came back in the RV, and I was like, I am not even winded. I can't remember when that didn't happen. I would have, honestly, 3 months ago, I would have passed out. And it's like, I mean, that's part of my why too. I want to be healthy, and I'm learning to fall in love with myself again. Haven't liked myself how I looked, how I felt for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And not to be selfish, but I think you have to have a little bit of that as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We kind of shy away from that, don't we?
We do. And
Yes.
it's super important, because if you aren't in love with yourself and don't want to share what you have learned, then you just, I don't know. It's just who I am.
I'm going to finish. Go ahead, Greg. Oh, he's got to answer the phone. I'm going to finish with this one, and we'll say bye to Greg now because we'll be done. But I'm going to finish with this one. I know you guys are doing the same thing Tishley and I are doing because you fell in love with what it's doing for you, your coaching.
Yep.
What you have and what Greg talked about and what the two of you talked about, and I share this with people when I go and speak, sometimes we don't know how to find our own dream, our own why. Mm-hmm. You guys are going to be able to pour that in to people you introduce this to. So anybody watching on their YouTube channel, watching her videos, I see her videos in the morning, it's the heart. Mm-hmm. And it's going through. You're 14 weeks in. We're 3.5 to 4 months in, and I can feel it in your words and in your heart and in your story. So I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for doing this. Whoever views this, whenever you view it, reach out to these guys if you know them. Reach out to me. That's why I'm doing it, because we know what it's done for us. Mm-hmm. We're watching a man that's right now, we're watching him extend his life. Mm-hmm. There's no better gift. Yep. So again, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me the time and sharing your story.
Harvey, thank you for giving us the opportunity. And I just want to say to all of your people that you are so inspirational to me. I watch you every morning and try to catch when you post, and then try to catch all your posts and stuff. And I just appreciate it because it's your tribe that keeps you motivated. I'm thankful for that. It's my tribe that keeps me motivated and my people. So I am appreciative that you're part of my people.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
So I hope you enjoyed that. We just wanted to share that piece of our life with you. And if you're not a subscriber, we would love for you to join us on our YouTube channel, and you can watch our journey as we go forward. So hit that like, ding that bell so that you'll get notifications. And we will see you next week. Bye.